the longest-running conference dealing in the fields of spirituality and science, and I'm joined by its co-founder, Dr. Marilyn Rossner. Welcome to the show, Marilyn.
Thank
it's great
you.
to have you here.
I'm very happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you because this is a conference in its 41st year that has become so incredibly popular over the years. Why do you think that popularity has been maintained over the years?
I'll go back to the very beginning. My husband at that time was the senior tenured member of the Department of Religion at Concordia, and he was an Anglican priest. He's now in the heaven world, but he was an Anglican priest and very concerned about what is happening to humankind. And he had almost like a message to bring people together from all walks of life, all traditions. And he thought that psychic and spirit phenomena is the missing link between religion and philosophy. And at our first conference, 1976, which was sponsored by Concordia University, we had over 10,000 people. And this field was unknown to the public. And what's happening now is, I think people are realizing, look what's going on in the world. There has to be something else.
Right.
There is a way of bringing people together. And so we have continued, and this year, like most years, we will have over 60 speakers from all over the world.
Yeah, well, tell us about what are some of the topics they're going to be speaking
Well, they're
on?
going to be speaking about quantum physics. We have Dr. Amit Goswami from What the Bleep Do We Know? We have Dr. Marilyn, who's one of the founders of this pranic healer system. We have Dr. Chow, the founder of the Chow Tested Medical Qigong. We have the leading mediums in the world. We also have medical people, many, like we have Raymond Moody. He's considered the grandfather of studying life after death. We have Dr. Rajiv Party, another physician who had an experience of going into the lower worlds, and then he was brought up to the higher worlds. So we're going to look at life after death. We're going to look at what we can do to bring peace on this earth. What can we do as people to realize that there's ultimately only one race, and it's the race of humankind.
Marilyn, what about your studies? Because I read you have many, many titles, you wear many hats.
Yes, well, I'm trained as a behavior therapist.
Right.
And for many years, I taught at Vanier, part-time at McGill, Concordia, and I have a very deep love that I've had since I'm a child for children who are very different. So I studied behavioral training and also studies in what we called learning disabilities, and I developed a series of techniques which I must say that I brought into the former Soviet Union, into India, into Africa, etc. So that's one part of me, behavior therapist. But I was born as a medium, and ever since I'm 6 years of age, I actually see into the spirit world, and I communicate with those who have gone into the other world. And so I'm invited all over the world to help people develop their intuition, and also to get away from the idea of this witchcraft and people can do all this harm to you. So I'm approaching, the whole idea of, why are we here on the earth? Who are we? We are not this body. We have come into this body for a period of time. And then after our time here on the earth, and there's a certain amount for each person, according to what our incarnation's purpose was, we will go somewhere. But where will we go?
It's such a fascinating field, and something that I would love to have you come back and maybe do a reading for me.
I'd love to do that.
That would be a lot of fun. So that is happening.
I don't know if you want me to tell you everything on the air, but
not everything. There's all the information right there for you. It's happening August 12th to the 21st at the Hyatt Regency. Of course, you can go to btmontreal.ca/show notes to find out more information. Marilyn, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
It's a real pleasure.